Playoff game is over. Real Madrid 3, Manchester City 1. Hat-trick hero Kylian Mbappe. Seems like the real Kylian Mbappe has arrived because that guy can't stop scoring at the moment. So how are you doing, Abdul? Good evening. How did you see the game?
Yeah, good evening. I'm doing fine. Like I said, it's a good day to be a Madrid fan. The game went as expected. I think in the pre-match video we had, I told you that it's going to be hard for us not to concede a goal. But that one is by the way. Like you just mentioned, this is Mbappe's match. This is Mbappe's day, and it's a good day to be a Madrid fan. He has picked up form at the right time. That's the business end of the season, and we're getting the job there done game by game so far.
Like you said, you know, you said
the most let me say the most
oh, keep going.
You said?
No, keep on.
Okay. The good part of this game is the fact that the whole team like played well. I I don't think I'll single out, or I don't think I'll do justice to the team, to the entire team, if I single out anybody and say this player is bad in this game. Like the entire team played well. Mendy, who we always tend to blame whenever things go wrong, he's had a solid game today. From Asensio had a very good game. Rudiger coming back from injury, he did well as expected. Couture was kind of resting throughout the game because he didn't have much of the action and all that. Yeah, so the whole game, I think the whole team played well. And talking about Mbappe with his performance, I think he was even supposed to have more goals in this match towards the end. But after the hat trick, he was pushing for Vinny or Bellingham to score. So he was doing more of the work, trying to make them to at least score a goal or something. And that was what, I think that's what the commentator even pointed out. That's one good thing about this Madrid team. When Mbappe came, people were like, we're going to have go Vinicius, Rodrigo, Bellingham, and Mbappe. But it seems that it's going the other way. It seems it's going to an option where we see. Just look at the second goal. Just look at that second goal that Mbappe scored. It was a team goal.
Yeah,
the ball came from Valverde to build up. Yes, it came from Valverde to Bellingham, from Bellingham to Vinicius, from Vinicius to Rodrigo, and Rodrigo to Mbappe. That was how they scored that goal. It was a team goal. That's the perfect definition of a team goal, and that's exactly what we need in that team. Let the front three be selfless, no selfishness. Let everybody, the person that can score, should be given the chance to score whenever we need the goals, and we're going to have a perfect performance. Sometimes I wonder why we don't play like this when we play La Liga. Like that's what, when I was watching this game, that was what I kept me wondering. So why don't we play like this? Is it that when we come to La Liga, we tend to, even though we had issues with referees and all that, but still our overall gameplay in La Liga is entirely different, but as compared to the Champions League. And then looking at the City team honestly has been so disappointing. I don't watch Premier League games much like that, but from this game that I've seen, I think there's a big problem at City. The defense has been non-existent. Ruben Diaz has been making mistakes. He made mistake in the first leg, and he made almost the same thing in the second leg. The same thing. That first goal.
Yeah.
That first goal was.
Hey, I'm not even blaming the defense. I'm blaming the goalkeeper. Why did you come out?
Of course,
your defenders are already with the attacker. So why are you coming out?
Yeah, exactly. But Edson, he's not that good of a keeper. So it has always been that his defense and his midfielders are good and they've been covering for him. But now that he's exposed, we've seen that. So I think the Man City team, I think they should just zero this season. I don't think they're going to win any major trophy this season, whether it's the Premier League or any trophy. I don't know if they are alive in the other competitions apart from the Premier League.
No, they're in the FA Cup.
The Champions League is gone for them.
They're in the FA.
The Champions League is gone for them. So maybe they can manage and get the FA Cup. But I doubt if they are going to do anything in the Premier League. So the overall gameplay, it has always been Madrid's game they won.
But in the preview, I already told you that this game was done and dusted, but you didn't believe me. Me, I already saw it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
I didn't expect
but
much.
You cannot be too comfortable
this
when
Manchester
you are
City.
like
Maybe if it was the City last season or 2 seasons ago, I would have said, okay, I'm expecting a tough fight. But not this Manchester City this season. They are poor.
Seriously, the lack of will is not there. Seriously, the lack of will. Look, just look at the Mbappe's third goal. Just look at the goal. Like he just came in. Everybody was just looking at him. I was like, how now? It was even the keeper that even tried to make an attempt. They were just standing looking at him. Like these guys have lost it completely. So, and I think I don't know. Maybe
I'm not one of to come to an end, and they will prepare for next season.
I think maybe to rebuild for next season. So I'm not one to call for the sack of manager or something, but I think this season is done and dusted for them, seriously. But for Madrid, my team, I think we're building up and we're picking form at the right moment at the business end of the season, like I said earlier, and this is good for us. This win is going to propel us, is going to give us more motivation to chase the 3 trophies that has been haunting us since the creation of this club. We haven't had the treble, and I think that's what is in the mind of the management and the coach himself. Given that this is probably his last season, so I think the players are going to push it on. On the coaching side, I didn't mention the coach. I think I will give him the credit goes to him. Seriously, he has done a very good job with this team, and regardless of what people say that Ancelotti doesn't have tactics and all that.
But regardless of what you say that don't say what people say. You self, include yourself.
Yeah, I say it sometimes. But even lack of a defined tactic is a tactic in itself. Is another tactic itself. So the fact that your tactics is not well known to everybody doesn't mean that you don't have one. That in itself is also a tactic. So I think the coach has done well, especially in the man management of the team. Where I find him lacking is in the aspect of those players, those young players that they don't tend to get much of the playing time. But I believe coming to the ending of the season, especially if you have some of these trophies wrapped up, maybe the Copa del Rey or something, maybe the other players will tend to have more time to play. But the overall team, I think they played well. Before the game, I made a prediction. Before the lineup came out, I made a prediction of the lineup to one of my friends. He asked me like, okay, well, how do you think the lineup is going to be? And just like I predicted, that was how the lineup was. And they played a very good game, especially Ceballos. I tend to give him that credit because he controls the tempo. He's the closest person to Toni Kroos that we're having in that team. Asensio also, he assisted the first goal. Like he has been solid at that back. He assisted the first goal, just like he did in his
debut.
In his first match when he was is it Rudiger's injury? Or is it Tchouaméni? I think Tchouaméni's injury. And he gave the same assist. I think it was to Mbappe, and he did the same thing in this match. So, like I said, the overall team played well, and we look forward to the next game. I think we are qualified for the round of 16, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know who you guys are.
Because this is a new format. It's kind of confusing.
We are waiting for the draws. Let's see how the draws will be. I think it's Friday.
Either Atletico or this day, right? Atletico or Aston Villa,
We'll see on that Friday. I think it should be on Friday. So, anyways, congratulations to Real Madrid, and
so I
talk to you. So, thank you very much for joining me. See you next time.
All right, thank you.